Alright, looks like we're live, and we're starting this up right as Stafford completes a pass to a wide open receiver for 51 yards, so, whoops. Yeah, it's alright though, it's all good. Apologies as always for being late to the game. I'm usually late, usually show up around the second quarter. I go to church on Sunday mornings and then lunch with the family, so that takes priority, but I'm here now. And the Rams have the ball at our 18-yard line. It's just going to be a handoff, and he's only going to gain about 3 yards, fortunately. We got 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. I'll kind of give more of my thoughts on the game so far at halftime, because, you need something to talk about at halftime, right? And that's just kind of an easy one here. I'm pretty happy with the game so far, overall. We've got the lead. We're leading the Rams right now in the first half. With 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, we have the lead. It remains to be seen if we will maintain that lead, but for now we have the lead, and that's more than we could really ask for coming in. We are down our best player on defense, or one of our best at least. We got to run here for a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal, Rams, with 3 minutes to go. Less than 3 minutes by the time they snap the ball. It's all good. Yeah, our defense has struggled today overall. Obviously, we got the pick 6. Mike Jackson, huge shout out, man. That was awesome. Loved that. We got another pick in the end zone. Nick Scott got a pick off a Derek Brown tipped pass. That was great. Aside from that, our defense just can't do much, and it's hard to ask for much more. J.C. Horn not in this game, and it shows. Run's going to take it up to the 2-yard line for the Rams, and that'll take it down to the 2-minute warning. It's looking like we're going to get the ball back before halftime. Hopefully, we can put some points on the board. Yeah, it's been a close game so far. Turnovers, we've gotten the turnovers. And I think I said one of the things we need to be able to pull this upset would be turnovers. And obviously, it looked bleak beforehand because we don't have J.C. Horn in this game. So, genuinely, we couldn't expect too much from this game. I'm just glad, personally, that it's close. I'm glad it's a close game so far. I hope it stays that way. Man. 2-minute warning here in Carolina. We got a 3-point lead. The Rams are about to score, though. It looks like. They could always have another Matthew Stafford interception. That would be great. We could really use that right here. But look, overall, I'm pretty happy with the game. And we'll talk even more about it at halftime. We had low expectations for this game. I think a lot of our fans, obviously, we have hope. We choose to believe in this team every week, no matter who we're playing, no matter how slim the odds are, and we tend to back our team. We're loyal and faithful fans for the most part. So, we obviously knew coming in this was going to be a tough matchup, and if we end up losing, it's not unexpected. If we lose by double digits, it's not unexpected. In fact, it's the odds-on thing to happen. So, the fact that we're showing any fight in the first half, the fact that we have a lead at all, I think that's fantastic. I think that's amazing for us, and I'm delusional enough to say, and my belief in him is strong enough to say it too, if we had J.C. Horn on the field, I think that makes a big difference, and I would feel a lot better about our chances to win this game. In fact, I'd probably outright say we win the game. I want to be able to say that, and the way we are playing so far, I think that we are in it. We're going to have to keep scoring, though. Our offense is going to have to keep coming through, and we've had a couple of good drives. We're going to need more, though, to hold on, because aside from the 2 interceptions our defense has had, credit to them. Great plays. Aside from that, we haven't had much luck, unfortunately. This Rams offense is just really difficult to stop. We've gotten 2 key stops. We've got a pick 6. We're in this game, but we're going to need some more plays to be able to pull it off. So a lot of ball left to play. Hopefully, we can keep it up. But really good first half for us overall, all things considered, even if we're trailing at halftime. Pretty good first half. We will take it. Oh, man. And I don't think any of the other games look like they've been that entertaining. Not as entertaining as this one, at least. The Bucs are up 10-0. That's unfortunate. Arizona decided to no-show today. Could really use an upset in that game, but honestly, it helps us more if Tampa loses to the Saints or Falcons, so that if we don't sweep them, we at least have the same divisional record. Because as it stands, if they don't lose those games and we split, they're going to have a better record, so it actually does matter. If the Bucs beat the Saints and Falcons, and they beat the Cardinals today, we probably have to sweep them to be able to win the division, and even then I don't know that we would. It's still pretty tough. Alright, game's returning here. I expect a throw to Devontae Adams here or a handoff. Devontae Adams has 2 touchdowns in this game. It's a handoff, though. And we stop. No, he's still going. There's a flag on the field, though. It looked like we had him stop, but he kept going. Kyron Williams in the end zone, but we got a flag. Is that Kyron or is that Blake Corum? That might be Blake Corum. Oh my gosh, we were offsides. Blake Corum in the end zone. That's tough. That's tough. Well, it's alright. We're gonna have a chance to score before halftime. We start the second half with the ball, I believe, because the Rams started the first half with that kickoff return. Had the ball at our 35-yard line to start the game, so that was tough. Alright, extra points going up now. Kick is up, and it's good. So despite 2 interceptions in this game, the Rams currently have the lead. That's how good their offense has been otherwise. Yeah, tough game here. Tough game. We're still in it, and again, I'm going to maintain my stance. We're glad to even be in it. This is really good for us. We're playing currently the best team in football, and we're down one of our best players in J.C. Horn. We're down some other important players too. I think we're missing Trevin Wallace still, if I'm not mistaken. I think Roseboom might be playing in this game. I don't remember. I didn't get to check the injury report pregame, but we're still missing multiple starters on this defense. Obviously hurts, but we've made enough plays to be in this game. Definitely more points on the board so far than I expected. Just be happy. Just hope that this team can keep fighting, because that's all we can ask for. Got to see the fight in this team. We've seen a lot of fight from Carolina this year, by the way, in a lot of different games. In years past, there are numerous games where we had to fight back and win that we would have just rolled over and died in. We made that comeback against Arizona. We still lost, but that was the earliest sign this year that this was a fighting team, more often than not. We had the comeback against Miami. That's another one that comes to mind. We went toe-to-toe against an elite Dallas offense. We've seen some good moments from this team. We won an ugly game against Green Bay at Lambeau Field. This team fights, and it's really good to see. Got a return here, makes it to the 30. Pretty decent return there, I'd say, Etienne. We got all 3 timeouts, a minute 49 to work with. The offense has been moving today. Bryce Young hasn't done anything bad yet. 6 out of 9 for 73 yards and a touchdown. He's on pace to have probably his 3rd best game of the season. So, that's cool. We gotta do something here, though. This drive, genuinely, it could decide our chances in this game. If we put up points here, we're feeling good. If we turn it over, then yeah, don't even need to verbalize that. If we go 3 and out and we just punt, I mean, it is what it is. As long as we don't turn it over here, we should go into halftime feeling fairly good. We should feel fairly good. Here we go. Ball to 34. They gave him a great spot. Bryce is going to hand it off to Rico. And he's going to get stuffed. He's not going to gain anything. Maybe a yard. Honestly, Rico, I don't think he's done anything in this game. I might be mistaken there. So far, it seems like Chuba's been the better running back. I told someone this earlier. Chuba looks like Chuba again. He's looked good today, from what we've seen. I don't think Rico's really done much yet. Like, nothing amazing. Yeah, Chuba's actually averaging more yards per carry in this game, and he's got the receiving touchdown. That's good. That's good that both backs are being fairly efficient. Alright, we got another run to Rico. Oh, there we go. We got a first down on that one. He's still going across midfield into Rams territory. That's good. That's good. Well done, you guys. Alright, there we go. Rico hadn't had a big run yet, I don't think. There it is. Maybe I missed something earlier. I don't know. But Rico, there we go. We got 2 good running backs this game. I love it. Honestly, why can't we just have them both on the field? Seriously. First and 10 at the 48. Bryce looking to throw. He's rolling out. Directing traffic. He throws across the field, and it's going to be well overthrown and out of bounds. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't think Liget was going to have much of a chance on that anyway, so I'm not sure. Let me see the replay. Liget was kind of trying to make a play. He kind of came back for it and was open, and Bryce just threw it well over his head. I think maybe Bryce was expecting Liget to keep running? I'm not sure. Maybe that just slipped out of Bryce's hand, because that was not a very good throw, unfortunately. I'm not sure whose fault that was. 2nd and 10 now at the 48. 36 seconds remaining. All 3 timeouts in his pocket. Bryce, empty backfield. Good protection. Now pressure's coming, and Bryce just goes down. Bryce just goes down. Timeout's going to be used here at 30 seconds. 29, 20. I don't know when the timeout was called. Clock kept running. Pressure came fast. And we had good protection for a minute. Bryce was holding on to the ball. And then somebody got through. And then Bryce looked like he went the wrong way. Maybe he got stepped on. I don't know. He went down way too easily there. Not what you want to see. 27 seconds as of now. We'll see if they add any time. Oh, the Rams actually called a timeout. It's 3rd and 18, so the Rams are thinking they get a stop here and they get the ball back. Don't love that. You gotta respect it, though. Like, that's a coach who's not afraid to get aggressive. I get it. 3rd and 18. Let's please actually try to do something here. Don't hand it off. Don't do a screenplay. Let's try to convert this, or at least get closer to field goal range. Bryce looking to throw. It's going to be a short pass to Rico. He's not going to have a lot of room. He's going to make it back to midfield at the 48. Regains the yards that Bryce lost in that sack. 20 seconds left. It's looking like we're just going to punt. It would be a pretty big mistake to go for it here, you would think. If we don't get it, the Rams get great field position. Let's punt. Let's make sure they don't do anything, and let's just accept a 4-point deficit at halftime. We'll take it. Not a big deal. All right. Well, at halftime, we'll go into the stats a little bit more. We'll talk about more of what we've seen in this game. We'll talk about how we can actually hold on and win this thing, because we got a chance. I'm not saying it's a good chance, but we have a chance, and that's, again, all we could really ask for. We are going to punt here. Fortunately, not going to get crazy and go for it here. We got the punt. Easily off. We're good. And it's going to be Rams ball at their own 8-yard line. So with 14 seconds left, you would think we're not going to give anything up. We shouldn't be able to give anything up. At their own 8-yard line, honestly, it's almost just downright disrespectful if they actually try anything here. Just take a knee or hand it off. They got bad field position. Come on. Honestly, though, like, if they try to do anything and they fail, we got all 3 timeouts. We can put them in an uncomfortable spot. I don't think they're going to do anything here. Nope, victory formation. They're going to kneel it down, and it's going to be halftime. All right. I'm not mad at that. The Panthers go into the second half trailing by 4. If you told me that pre-game, I would have been really excited. No matter how it happened, I wouldn't have guessed that it'd be on a pick 6 and another interception helping us out. I wouldn't have guessed hardly any of this game. The only thing I would have predicted is the Rams having 21 points in the first half. That kind of tracks with J.C. Horn being out today and having to start some players who would not be backups on a lot of teams, quite frankly. Our replacement for J.C. Horn's replacement, who is out for the year, Corey Thornton, unfortunately, he's been getting burnt a lot, unfortunately. Caleb Evans, I think, might be his name. He's not really done much for us this year. He hasn't had to, but he's a depth piece that has to be brought up today. I respect it, doing all he can, but he's getting burnt. Devontae Adams has 2 touchdowns within like 5 yards of the end zone, as you would expect. That's how he scores this year almost every time. Credit, that's how it works. Yeah, it's been a game. I don't like what we've seen from the defense, aside from the 2 interceptions. Which were awesome, credit to the defense. Great plays. The defense is the reason that we are in this game. But also, we've not been able to get any stops. And I'm not going to hate on them because they've been the main reason we've won games at all this year, honestly. Like, they've gotten us wins this year. And they're playing without J.C. Horn in this game. Their depth is being tested. We've got some players who I couldn't even name them. I'm not sure who's starting at linebacker today. Honestly, I don't know. We've got a corner most of us have never heard of starting or getting good play time. I can't blame the defense. Like, we are expecting the defense to give up points. We were not expecting the defense to score in this game. Mike Jackson got a pick 6. Great stuff. Nick Scott got an interception off the Derek Brown tipped pass. We probably are going to need another turnover in this game because our defense has not shown, aside from those 2 plays, the ability to stop the Rams' offense. It is what it is. It's not unexpected. We're probably going to need another turnover. Our offense is going to have to score because that's the only way we keep up. Our offense is going to have to keep putting up points. So far, our offense has produced 10 points. That's good. Against this Rams defense, I'm happy with that. If you told me that we would be on pace for 20 points on the offense in the at least at halftime, I'd be pretty happy with that. That's great. Tell me that pregame, I'm going to be chilling. So, hopefully, our offense can keep scoring. If we can get to 27 points, gosh, it's crazy. Us scoring 27 points might not even be enough in this game. We're going to have to get into the 30s to win this, in my opinion. The odds of this defense holding the Rams to next to nothing in the second half, it'd be really impressive. It would be one of the more impressive feats that we've seen this year. And our defense has had great moments this season. They are capable of getting stops. But without J.C. Horn, I'm just being realistic with you guys, it's a lot more difficult. So we're going to need turnovers to be in this game. We're going to need our offense to keep producing. We need better drives. We need Bryce Young to come through for us here. If he wants to show us that he can be the guy, because he's only had a couple of good games this year. It is what it is. He's had game-winning drives, but overall good games, we've only had a couple of them. And then we had that dud last week against San Francisco. Bryce needs to show us what he's got here. Bryce needs to deliver. If he can give us a really good second half and he can put the offense on his back and make plays when we need him to, that would be great. That would be fantastic for not just this game, but moving forward, that's a great sign. Because we most likely are going to be starting Bryce next year as well. Because what else are we going to do? It's slim pickings in the quarterback market, honestly. Our run game's doing well today. Chuba's got 7 carries for 37. Rico's got 7 carries for 28. Bryce also has run for 26 yards. So we got 91 rushing yards total. 5.7 on average. It's pretty good. We're feeling good in the run game. It's nice to see us actually trying to run the ball. This is what we should have been doing last week against San Francisco. This offense shows up last week on Monday Night Football against the 49ers. I think we win that game with the way our defense played. I think we win. It's good that Canales is calling a better game today. It's good to see. You know, he's a young coach. He's hot and cold with his play calling. Obviously, bad play calling on Monday night, but he's doing a lot better today, so it's a really good sign. Hopefully that extends into the second half. I loved the play call on the Chuba Hubbard touchdown, by the way. Just based on what the Rams defense was lining up to do, and it showed almost immediately. We had pressure on the left side coming after Bryce. Immediately gets it to Chuba Hubbard on the right, and he takes it all the way. Just a great play by Chuba, great play call by Canales there. I really liked that. So, look, we're playing up to our potential a little bit more today than we were last week. If we can keep doing that in the second half, we got a chance to pull the upset. We're going to need another big play on the defense. We're going to need a couple more drives by the offense. I got 2 more touchdowns and we get to 31 points. That might be enough. It might be enough. We might need more than that, though. Which is really crazy, but that's just the reality with our defense missing so many starters here, facing such a stacked offense. We have a lot of life here, much more than we could ask for. Let's get our hopes up. Let's believe in this team. Let's support this team. Because we got a shot here. But also, I am ready to be hurt again. That's how this works. That's the roller coaster of being a Panthers fan. We have all been here, done this before. We've played these games before. But so far, look, you gotta feel good. Gotta feel good. But if you want to hear about why I'm saying the defense is struggling today, aside from the 2 interceptions, I'll tell you the stats. Stafford's 12 of 19, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. Obviously has the 2 interceptions, which were not good for him. The defense made great plays on those. Aside from that, Stafford's having a great day. Blake Corum leads the Rams in rushing. That's the backup running back. 5 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown. Kyron Williams has 7 carries for 39 yards. So they're extremely efficient on the ground today. We have not been able to stop the run, which we've been inconsistent in that regard. Some weeks we are elite against the run. Other weeks we let backup running backs go off. It's just how it goes. Our weak linebacker group does not help the cause there. Our defensive line is good, but we don't have great linebackers, unfortunately, due to injuries. And even with a healthy linebacker group, we're not the greatest linebacker group, just being honest there. J.C. Horn not being in the game, I'm sure, somehow affects the run. I can't confirm that. I don't know for sure, but I would imagine he does affect how their offense approaches this game. Their leading receiver is Xavier Smith. I'm not sure who that is. 28-year-old, played for A&M in college. I don't know who this is. I'm just being totally real with you guys. I don't know who this is. Gee whiz. Most of those yards came on a wide open catch that went for 51 yards. Just bad defense there. Devontae Adams has 3 catches for 43 yards, 2 touchdowns, unguardable in the end zone. Even if it was J.C. Horn guarding him in this game on those plays, I wouldn't blame him. No one has been able to guard Devontae Adams in the end zone. I'm pretty sure he leads the league in touchdowns, and it's because of all the touchdown grabs he gets within 10 yards of the end zone. It's ridiculous. Credit to him. He's elite at that, and Stafford places it perfectly every time. Just unstoppable. Ridiculous talent there. Puka Nacua. This is a shocker. He only has 22 yards. He's not really affected the game in the box scored so far. I'm not sure what to make of that. I expected him, honestly, to be running wide open this game. Either him or Devontae. How do you guard both of them? Even with J.C. Horn, it was going to be hard to guard him, and we don't have J.C. So, Puka only having 22 yards, I'm calling that a win. I don't know how we've done it, but I'm calling that a win. Let's go. The big reason we're in this game, though, those 2 interceptions, 1 returned for a touchdown by Mike Jack. That's why we're in this game. It's why we have life. We go into the second half, and we can have real belief in this team. We are definitely capable of pulling the upset today. Much more belief in this team than a lot of us expected to have today. This is awesome. Fingers crossed, we keep this going into the second half. I don't know what to expect. Honestly, this year, I never really know what to expect from Carolina. So inconsistent. Feels like it's always different. We've won in a lot of different ways. We've lost usually in the same way. It's usually because of dumb turnovers by Bryce and the offense, and then not being able to score points, and then the defense is going to have to let up at some point, because that's just how that goes. But today's looked good. I'll do a look around the league here, because honestly, I think I've made just about all my points here in the first half. About the first half, I mean. Not much more to say about this game so far. The Falcons and Jets are tied 7-all at halftime, which actually matters for the Rams, because the Rams own the Falcons pick. If the Falcons lose to the Jets, good grief. That top 10 pick is going to be even higher than it should be. The Bucs lead 10-3. It looks like Arizona got on the board before halftime. That's good to see. We are pulling for an Arizona upset in that game. That would be huge for our playoff chances. Again, as I said earlier, it's more important that they lose to the Saints or the Falcons, because if they take another divisional loss, it's not a guarantee that we have to sweep them, because then we could split and have the same divisional record, assuming we beat New Orleans next week or in 2 weeks. In all reality, regardless, we probably will have to sweep Tampa, but we will also need them to lose to someone else along the way, so we can both finish 9-8, hypothetically. Either that, or we have to pull an upset today or against Seattle in Week 17, so. Yeah, if they could lose to Arizona, that would help. If we can only choose one upset, I'd rather them lose to Atlanta or New Orleans. Let's see. Dolphins lead New Orleans 16-0. The Miami's about to be 5-7, and I'm pretty sure they get an easy game next week, too. Yeah, they get the Jets next week. They'll be 6-7 most likely. Not guaranteed, but most likely. And then they face the Steelers and Bengals, who are not unbeatable. There is an outside chance they go into Week 17 with an 8-7 record. And we've talked about that for a few weeks now. I'm not predicting it yet, but we are getting closer to that possible reality with every passing week. So, good job Miami being able to kind of somewhat salvage their season. In all reality, they probably go 7-10 and cost themselves a higher draft pick and keep their coach and their quarterback, but at least you get to have fun down the stretch this year, right? They'll be on a 3-game winning streak if they hold on against New Orleans. Good for them. Good for them. I have nothing against Miami, so good for them. The Jags are up 18-3 on the Titans. Just about exactly what you'd expect there. The Titans actually jumped out to an early lead and then, did nothing with it except allow 18 unanswered points so far. Oh, man, they're making Trevor Lawrence look good. Good grief. I just assumed it was the Jags' run game doing all the work. No, Trevor Lawrence is actually having a great game over there. I guess he was due for one. I don't know. Well, that game's out of hand. Houston leads 10-6 at halftime. We'll talk a lot more about Houston later today, win or loss, because we will be doing Sunday Night Football tonight, as it turns out, so Daniel will be joining me for that. Hello, Joel. Welcome on in. Thought you had a church event today, so thought you weren't going to stream. Second straight week, D has gotten multiple picks. That, too, against Matthew Stafford, man. Yeah, I'll clarify. I did go to church. I go to church every Sunday and then lunch with my family. It's actually the Saints game that I'm going to have to miss. We got a church thing that day. And if we had an early game, I'd be able to do it, but I'm pretty sure that's the week we have that afternoon game. So I won't be doing the Saints game. Hopefully that's just an easy win that would be boring to do. Hopefully. Yeah, I won't be doing that game. I'm good today, though. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. We're on a bye. And yeah, we've gotten great production from the defense today on those 2 plays. I was talking about that a little bit. Aside from those 2 plays, it's been rough. Just honestly, and I don't blame them because we don't have J.C. Horn in this game and we have linebacker injuries. But I'm impressed by the defense. That Mike Jackson pick 6 was awesome. The Derrick Brown tip pass for a Nick Scott interception in the end zone was awesome. It's keeping us in this game. The defense is both keeping us in this game, and also they've given up 21 points and a half. So, kind of funny how that goes both ways. We got a chance in this game. We need another big stop on the defense. The turnover would be great. We need a couple of successful drives by the offense. 2 more touchdowns and a field goal might be enough. We're going to need more than 30 points, so I'll tell you that. Hey, Husker Nation, how you doing? Welcome on in. We got the second half starting soon. You guys are making a great timing here. And we do start the second half with the ball. Yeah, we're going to start the ball. Yep, that's how you say that. Alrighty. Keeping a close eye on the Tampa game, too. Again, if they could just lose... Oh, great. They just recovered a fumble. Okay, gonna close that. I'm not gonna look at that again. Every time I open it, it seems like Arizona does something stupid. So, just gonna guess it's my fault at that point. Gee whiz. Arizona, get it together, please. Alright, we got kickoff here. See what we do on offense. Big drive for us. ETN on the return across the 20. Makes it to the 25. Gonna get stuffed a little bit short of the 30. They gave us a decent enough return, I guess. Oh, please don't hit him. I don't know who you are. Someone just hit an opposing player. No big deal. It was light, but we do not need that. We're already missing Trayvon Moehrig in this game, which I haven't even mentioned yet. I'm talking about J.C. Horn not being in this game. Moehrig is a big loss, too, in that secondary. Like, Mike Jackson is easily the best player we have in our secondary in this game. And he has been the main liability for our secondary for most of the year. So, yeah. When a secondary player gives up a big play, it's usually been Mike Jackson. But he has his highs and his lows. Kind of offsets. Alrighty. At the 29-yard line. Panthers on offense here. Bryce Young under center takes a snap. Hands off to Rico, who's only going to gain about 3 yards there. We'll take it. This has been a fun Sunday with all the college football coach hirings that have been made. Oh, absolutely. I might have to make a separate video on that later today or tomorrow, just reacting to the hires, because I've got thoughts on all of them. And I definitely have thoughts on the Lane Kiffin situation, because he's handled that exceptionally poorly. I was prepared to be okay with Lane leaving for LSU, because I get it. I get wanting to go to a better situation, especially if they're going to pay you that much. The way he's done it, though, has been bad. We got a handoff to Rico here in 2nd and 7. Only going to gain about 2 yards, so we're going to have a 3rd and medium here. He might have gotten 3 out of that, actually. Please don't go 3 and out. Please don't go 3 and out. Rico leaving the field here. So, on 3rd and 3, I guess we're not running it. We're ruling that out if Rico's not in the field. Oh, never mind. They put Chuba out there. I just assumed we weren't sending a running back. Because we never have both backs on the same drive. That doesn't happen. I don't know the last time I've seen that. Chuba Hubbard on the field now. As I said earlier, he's actually looked like Chuba Hubbard today. If we give him a handoff, I would understand, but we'll see. Can we gain 3 yards on a run? Here we go. Got a handoff to Chuba, and he doesn't look like Chuba on this one, but where did he go? He kept chugging forward. He got stopped and then kept chugging forward. We'll see where they mark him. That's actually close. That's really close. They haven't called it yet. And they give us a first down. Let's go. Let's go. We got to hope that holds, though, because that was really close. My initial reaction was that wasn't a first down, but Chuba kept fighting for that. He might have just straight up gotten that first down. What a fighter. What a fighter. He didn't have that same burst that he had in some of the plays earlier, but he kept running forward. Good grief, Chuba. Great play. First and 10 now at the 39-yard line. Rico in at running back. It's going to be a handoff to Rico, and he ends up gaining about 3 yards in that one. Could have gone for 0 or lost yards. Rams defense was ready for it, but couldn't get the stop. Saw you were streaming the Bulldogs game yesterday. I was, yes. What made you choose a Georgia team over an NC team like UNC or Duke? Good question. That's fair, as I am a Panthers fan, so logical. I live in Alabama, so the even more logical conclusion would be I'm an Alabama, or, thankfully not, but an Auburn fan. The first college football game I ever really watched and cared about was the Alabama versus Georgia 2012 SEC Championship game. My whole family's Auburn fans, so they were rooting for Georgia in that game, and I was told under no circumstances could I root for Alabama. I was not told that I couldn't root for Georgia. So, first game I watched, I was rooting for Georgia. We suffered heartbreak, and I've been a Georgia fan since then. My family should have been clear that Georgia was also rivals with Auburn, because poor me did not know that. I was a young lad, okay? But that's the reason why. That's basically it. And I got into college football before I got into the NFL, so I was a Georgia fan before becoming a Panthers fan. Fast forward to today, and I do care about the NFL more than college football, so it's kind of funny how things played out, especially considering my college team is one of the best, and my NFL team has been one of the worst until this year, so. Yeah, we got 3rd and 5 here, by the way. Bryce Young passes. It's going to be caught by Jalen Coker for the first down across midfield, down around the 44. I don't know if he got touched down or not, because he kept rolling, he got up and kept running. We will see where they mark him down, but we got the first down either way. Georgia seems like a better team to root for than Auburn. Yeah, I am so glad that I did not end up being an Auburn fan. I really am. I'm sorry for my family. I actually do root for Auburn, even though they're rivals of ours. I root for them most of the year, because living with Auburn fans, I don't hate Auburn, so. First and 10 at the 40. Bryce is going to pitch to Rico. He's got a couple of blocks, a little bit of green, makes a move, gets 5 yards there. Good run by Rico. I'll say, like I did at halftime, we have done a lot better with the play calling this game. Our touchdown to Chuba Hubbard earlier was a great play call. We've been leaning on the run this game. Bryce has had a good day so far, 8 out of 12 for 97. Night and day difference for this team on offense compared to Monday night. 2nd and 4 coming up. Gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep it moving. Alrighty, 2nd and 4 at the 34. It's going to be handoff to Rico. He's not going to get very far, just a half yard at that one. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up. Alright. Can't always get a good run. It's okay. Hubbard is in now. I don't think we're going to run on 3rd and 4. I don't think. I would imagine we're looking at an empty backfield for Bryce, or maybe shotgun formation, and he's going to throw. We will see. So I don't watch the UFL, but I do keep up with it a little bit. I've actually been to a Stallions game as well one time. That was cool. Just my family thought it'd be fun to go, and it was fun. We do run on 3rd and 4, and of course we're stuffed. I'm surprised we ran that time. Given that we'd already ran on a 3rd and short on this drive, it seemed predictable we were going to run it. I was hoping for play action and then like an RPO slant play. Or maybe a Bryce keeper would have been better. I don't know. But okay, I guess we are. I would assume we're kicking 3 here. We'll see. Maybe we'll go for it. But yeah, I don't really watch the UFL. I keep up a little bit. I root for Birmingham because that's the team in this state. But I don't currently care a ton about it, you know? Maybe we'll get there someday. We are going for it on 4th and 3. 4th and 3.5, really. Bryce looking to throw. It's going to be a 50-50 ball. It's caught! Jalen Coker catch and run for the touchdown. Let's go! Oh my goodness, what a play. What a play. 4th and 3. We have the guts to go for it. 50-50 ball. Jalen Coker beats his man, runs it into the end zone for 6. Carolina just took the lead. What a play. Oh, whoops, wrong one. We just took the lead, you guys. What a play, what a play, what a play. Whoo, boy. The good things happen when we get the ball to Jalen Coker. I don't know why we haven't done it more this year. What a play. Sorry, my TV isn't. Oh, no, you're good. Somehow the chat actually came after I saw it, so that works for me. Whew. Alright. Y'all, we're in this game. We're in this game. More conservative play calling. I've overall, been okay with the play calling today. Yeah, the run on third and 3.5, 3rd and 4 was a little surprising, but if you were gonna go for it on 4th and 3, I'm more okay with it, if that makes sense. Obviously worked out well. The guts to call a shot like that. Emmanuel Forbes in coverage, by the way. He's been very good for the Rams this year, I believe. So Jalen Coker beat Forbes in coverage. One-on-one matchup. He got it. Never mind what I said. Oh, man. Well, the PAT was good. Let me adjust that. Oh, man. Y'all, if we actually pull this upset, that would be insane. I do not understand this team whatsoever. I really don't. Like, we're playing without JC Horn in this game. We are facing currently the best team in the league. In a week full of upsets, too. We've already had, you could argue, for 4 upsets so far. I think the first 4 games were all upsets. Cowboys over Chiefs is not the biggest upset, so there's that. Bengals over Ravens was divisional, so it's less of an upset, but still an upset nonetheless. Bears over Eagles. I guess the Bears are just the better team. Like, no one really believed in the Bears. Not many did. Happy for them, by the way. Shoot, what was that first game? Packers over Lions? I guess that doesn't really count, does it? The Lions are favored, but still. Anywho, it feels like it's already been a weird week in the NFL, and we're just looking to add on to it. It would be insane if we won this game, and yet we got the lead. No matter what happens, like, I'm glad. I'm glad that this team showed up today. I'm glad that we are putting on a fight. At our maximum potential, we can play with the best teams in the league. We should be able to compete for a playoff spot next year as well, even if we don't make it this year. Which, if we win today, we got a decent chance. Our chances are looking good if we can win today. Although we are also the type of team that would beat the best team in the league and then lose to the Saints. Flashback to when we beat the Packers at Lambeau and then lost to the Saints. Being a Panthers fan prepares you for the worst case scenario. Like, I'm ready to be hurt. No matter what happens here. Alright, do you think Georgia's beating Alabama in the SEC Championship? I think that Georgia's the better team. I think we match up well against them. I think we should win. I also think Alabama plays like an NFL team every time they see Georgia lined up against them, and I think Kirby is not at his best whenever facing Bama. So, I expect them to be at their best when they play us next week. I expect mistakes. I also expect, since Alabama's going to need to win to get into the playoffs, because I do think if they lose, there's a chance they get jumped. With 3 losses, I think there's a chance. I would not be surprised if there is some suspect officiating in that game, and I'm not even one to say that sports are rigged or anything, but it's also true that some teams get calls more often than others, especially in dire need. So I assume that Georgia's going to lose because Alabama seems to always beat Georgia. I would be inclined to think we're the better team and we should win, but that's meant nothing the past few times I believe that. So, sort of like with Carolina, it's like I'm just ready to be hurt again, but also I don't care as much as I should just because the game only matters for playoff seeding. So I don't know. I hope we can win. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I really do. I don't know if I'll be able to be live for that one or not. Sounds like my family's got some stuff going on that day, which I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Definitely doing the playoff games though. Rams have the ball at their 28-yard line. Decent enough starting field position here. See what happens. 8:42 here, by the way, in the third quarter. So that drive took 6.5 minutes. Good. We got a handoff here, and Kyron Williams is going to get about 5 yards. I'll say it again. Like I said at halftime, we've not been able to stop the run today. Kind of surprising in a way, just because you would have expected them to achieve more success through the air than on the ground, with J.C. Horn being out, Trayvon Morvig being out. And Morvig actually does affect our run defense, because he's actually one of the best safeties in the league against the run. So his absence is noted here. J.C. Horn, I don't know what his stats are against the run. I don't know how he affects that, but no, the Rams have been able to run on us. We've been inconsistent against the run. Some games we're elite. Some games we let them go for 150 and 2 touchdowns. So far, we're letting both their running backs do well. Stafford dropping back. We get him. We got a sack. Let's go. We blitz him. Oh, my goodness. Who was that on the sack? Number 22. Was that Ransom? Was that Lathan Ransom? Our rookie safety out of Ohio State getting some snaps in this game. He got a safety. Bro, we got the safety blitz there. Okay, can we force a 3 and out, please? Can we force a 3 and out? What a play by Ransom there. 5th-round rookie pick out of Ohio State. Coming up big with the safety. I think a lot of our fan base has been waiting for this guy to start. I don't know if he started or not, but we've at least been waiting for him to be on the field more, make some impact plays, and that was one of them. 3rd and 13 now. Just don't let him get 13 yards. Keep Puka covered. Keep Devontae covered. Stafford throws across the field. It's going to be overthrown. Looking for Devontae Adams. Guarded well. Overthrown. It's going to be 4th and 13. The Rams are punting back to Carolina. Do you believe? Do you believe, Panthers Nation? Do you believe? I believe. It scares me how much I believe right now. It is raining. It is pouring in Charlotte. It's affecting this game for the better for Carolina. Bryce Young in the offense, about to get the ball back. First punt of the day for the Rams, by the way. Crucial stop for our defense. Now, please, can we do something with it on offense? We got a return from the 19 across to the 30. Makes a move. Gets to the 35, 40, 45, 50, 45 of the Rams. Great field position for Carolina now. Oh, gosh, no, there's a flag. Please. That's going to be a block in the back. They call holding. Holding. Not a block in the back, but holding. That is the best return we've seen from ETN this year, I believe. And it's going to be called back due to holding. Ah, that hurts, man. If that was going to stay, if that had stayed, would have been great field position for us. Would have been feeling really good, but that'll back us up further. I don't know where we're going to get the ball exactly, but hey, it is what it is. We needed our defense to be able to get a stop or two in the second half to be able to pull this off. We got one. We got one. So, we will take it. We got the lead and the ball. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, let me check Twitter and see if I missed anything, by the way. Sometimes I miss things during the games, even though I watch intently. I somehow still miss injuries and stuff. Like, I did not know that Taylor Moton was not on the field on the last offensive series, which, by the way, makes it even more impressive that we went downfield and scored a touchdown. But he is, it looks like he's back, so that's good. That's an encouraging sign. Let's see. Let's see. Am I missing anything else? Doesn't appear to be the case. Seems like there are some people talking about that Bryce Young dime to Jalen Coker in the end zone. That's good to see. Oh, Kyron Williams questionable to return against the Panthers. I missed that. I don't know what happened. Apparently he had an ankle injury. Completely missed that. That may affect this game. Not sure when that happened. I guess it happened at the end of the first half. I guess that's why Blake Corum's been getting so many carries. Huh. Okay. Oh, for our college football fans here, Michigan State has fired their head coach, Jonathan Smith. Huh. It's a little surprising after 2 years. I thought they'd give him a third season. He was a really good coach at Oregon State who has imploded ever since he left. I'm guessing he's going to get one of those open group of 5 jobs and do well. Surprise for Michigan State. I don't know what was going on at Michigan State. I'm not going to pretend I've been watching them play. But, okay. Honestly, if you're a college football team and you're not a premier program, this is, like, the worst time to fire a coach. With the fastly moving coaching carousel going on. We're still on Lane Watch, by the way. Still waiting for Lane Kiffin. I don't think he's made anything official yet for anyone who cares. Which is insane. We were supposed to get answers yesterday. We should have had answers by now. We all but know what's going to happen at this point, but still. Alright, returning to the game here. There we go. And let me check in on the Tampa game. Tampa leads still 10-3. Alrighty. First and 10 at the 24. It is going to be a handoff to Chuba. Gonna gain about 5 or 6 yards there. Good run. Good run. So, that penalty set us back a good 30 yards. That hurts. Alright. Let's see. The Niners lead their game. The Jags lead. The Texans are up a touchdown. Let's go. The Saints scored. You never want to see that. Falcons Jets is tied at 14 each. That's just weird. Okay. Mainly keeping an eye on the Texans game for Daniel's sake, and keeping an eye on the Bucks game. Alright, here we go, 2nd and 5. Bryce hands off to Chuba. Gonna get met pretty quickly. Keeps fighting, though. Gonna end up gaining a yard and a half there. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Please, offense, please don't go 3 and out. The defense finally gets you a stop there. Forces the 3 and out. Do not thank them with the 3 and out. Come on, offense. Come on, offense. Third and 3. That is not 3 yards. That's 4 yards. The broadcast graphic says 3rd and 3. I'm telling you, that is 4 yards. LA burns the timeout here. I don't know why. I'm sure they have a reason, though. So let's think it over while they use the timeout. Let's figure out what play call to go with on 3rd and 3. I don't know if we're running. I don't know if we're passing. I don't even know what we should do, honestly. It's raining, it's pouring, and the run game's mostly been efficient. I would understand a run. But also, at this point, it's the most predictable thing out there, so I wouldn't be against play action. If we do run, I would like it to be an RPO, so we can have someone line up and run a slant route. And if Bryce Young likes what he sees, he just throws it. Or maybe Bryce can keep it and run it. I don't know. We need to make sure that we have multiple options, though. I don't think it should just be a run. You know? If we have the ability to do an RPO, I think we should. Because our receivers are getting open in this game. Like, they're doing a great job. I'd be looking for Jalen Coker. He's doing well. Jalen Coker's doing well. I don't know why we don't throw his way more often. Like, he's open a lot. Tampa's about to score, by the way, so that is less than ideal for us, but not the end of the world. If we win today, and then we beat the Saints, and then beat Tampa at least once, we're in a good position there. We probably are still going to have to sweep Tampa if we want a chance at the NFC South. Is what it is. But if they could drop another game, that would be really nice of them. And I was saying earlier, it's more important, if they're going to drop another game, it's more important that it's a divisional game rather than a random game against Arizona, because if we end up having the same record as Tampa, and we split the season series, we lose that tiebreak because they would have the better divisional record due to us losing at home to the Saints. We'd be 3-3 in divisional play if we were to, or sorry, 4-2, my bad. If we split with Tampa and we do beat New Orleans, Tampa would be 5-1 with the split against us, and they don't lose to Atlanta or New Orleans. So, if they do lose one of those games, I'm not really sure what would happen with the tiebreaks. If we both go 9-8, say 9-8, and we split the season series and have the same divisional record, I'm guessing it comes down to conference record, and I don't know what that would be. Haven't looked into it yet. More important that they lose to a divisional rival. Rams defender Byron Young looks like he was jogging off the field, heading to the locker room. Alright. That's a big loss for them if he's out. The way he's running off, I'd imagine he's fine, but we'll see. 3rd and 3 for our offense. No Byron Young on that defensive line for the Rams. See what we do here. We could run, we could pass. I'd like an RPO. 5 for 10 on 3rd downs today, which is much better than normal. Here we go. Bryce, it's going to be a handoff to Chuba. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to fight for it. He gets the first down easily. Probably gained about 5 or 6 yards out of that one. There we go. Again, Chuba looks like Chuba today, and we could not be happier. We have 2 good running backs in this game. I'm not sure what changed for Chuba Hubbard, but he's playing a lot better than he was earlier this year. I guess maybe his performance was indeed hindered by the injuries. Now he's looking a lot better. You love to see it. Chuba's one of our favorite players here in Carolina. Ah, dang it, Tampa scored. Tampa's up 17-3. Chuba's one of our favorite players here in Carolina, so it's really good to see him bouncing back here. 1st and 10 at the 37. Bryce is going to give it to Chuba. He's going to get about 5 or 6 yards again. Chuba Hubbard having a very effective day on the ground. Love to see it. Looks like they gave him 6 yards in that one. Great. Chuba Hubbard, let me see. He is up to 60 yards on 13 carries. Absolutely love it. I mean, look, he's having a better day than Rico based on average yards per carry, so I'm not against him getting all these carries. I like it. Absolutely like it. 12 runs to 2 passes in the second half. Play calling is doing it right so far. 2nd and 4. Bryce. Play action. He's going to be throwing. Wide open. The tight end is going to get the first down. About 6 yards gained. That's Evan Mitchell, I believe. Or Mitchell Evans, excuse me. Always mix the names up. Alrighty. Okay, I like it. We're running a ton, and now when we do play action, it can actually be more effective. That's usually how that works. Because the run game is working, we're opening up the passing game even more. Play action's a good idea here. We're playing in the rain, so we should be leading on the run. Alright, 6 yards gained. We got the ball at our own 49-yard line now, I believe. 1st and 10. 3.5 minutes left in the quarter. Keep an eye on the clock. The more time we kill, the better. Bryce is going to throw. Leggett, it's a screenplay. Only has 1 blocker, though. Is going to gain 1 yard. That was not very well done, and I don't love throwing a screen on 1st and 10. Okay. Oh, Byron Young, by the way, is fine. They were talking about him just now. I was listening. Just dealing with cramps. So no major injury, no injury at all, actually. Just cramps. So good to hear. I'd rather him not be on the field. Let him just rest up due to the cramps. But, no, good for him. Glad that he is fine. Ball at midfield now for a 1-yard gain on a screenplay. 2nd and 9. You can hear the keep pounding chants at home. Chuba Hubbard, nice moves there. He's going to run for the first down. Let's go. Chuba Hubbard running tough right now. Let's see where they spot him. I'm pretty sure that's just a first down. Yep, they give it to him. Dude, we are just running it down their throats. This is a very good defensive line that the Rams have, and we are running it down their throats. The offensive line is playing outstanding today. The running backs are running wild. Chuba Hubbard going off, man. I love it. I am so happy for Chuba Hubbard. Really. And we've been disappointed at times this season, especially when he gets carries over Rico Dowdle when Rico is better. But this is how it works. If you're playing better, you should get the carries. And I'm glad for Chuba. Keep it going, man. Let's get him a rushing touchdown here. Ball at the 41. Bryce, hand off to Chuba. He's got some room. He's going to gain another 9 yards. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know what's going on, but I love it. This is a good game. If we could do this every week, then we'd be a playoff team. We absolutely would. This is the team we need to see every week. And look, we get JC back hopefully next week. I think we'll probably get Trevin Wallace back next week. Or in 2 weeks, I should say, because we have a bye week. We get healthy after this week. Let's hope. And Robert Hunt could be coming back to boost our offensive line that's been injured all year. 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line. Bryce hands off to Chuba. He's going to get the first down. Only gains 2 yards. That's all he needed. That's enough for the first down. We're moving. We're moving. And we are chewing the clock. We are looking to shut out the Rams in the third quarter here. Oh my goodness. Chuba Hubbard's up to 81 yards on the ground. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So happy for Chuba. This is awesome. I hope that he caps off the drive with a touchdown. Not on the field right now, though. Giving him some rest, which is nice. Rico Dowdle in at running back now. Let's get Rico a good carry. We haven't seen him pop a big run yet. Would love one here. 29-yard line. Last play of the quarter, I think. Rico gonna gain another 4 yards on the ground, and that'll do it for the third quarter, most likely. I don't see us taking another snap here. So we are gonna shut out the Rams in the third quarter. I said at halftime, they're most likely going to crack 30 points. They're gonna score another 2 touchdowns. Maybe not. They only got 1 possession in the third quarter. And we've killed a ton of time. They had 3 plays in this quarter. We're lining up. I don't think that we're taking the snap. We don't have to. There's no reason to. Keep killing time. Just trying to get them to jump. They don't. That ends the third quarter. Oh my gosh, if we can just hold on. This would be, we called the Green Bay win at Lambeau the biggest win for us in a long time. This would be even bigger. The Rams are 9-2. Everyone believes they're currently the best in the league. They are the only remaining team right now that I currently trust in the NFL. That trust will be shattered with a loss here. You can't trust anyone. And we are on the verge of pulling this off. And no one is gonna understand. Like, this makes no sense. Today, Hubbard showing he still got it. He does. Yeah. Between him and Rico, between the two, who you taking? I don't need one or the other. I just give the ball to whoever is doing better. Ride the hot hand. That's how it should be. I also believe it'd be great to have them both on the field at the same time, but we refuse to do that. I don't know why we don't do that. I don't understand. I'm sure there's a reason. I would treat it the same way the Lions should treat it with Gibbs and Monty. Just ride the hot hand. So Chuba's going to be my go-to the rest of this game as long as he's running wild. I guess in the conditions too, you're more likely to have the hard-fought, tough runs rather than pop a big run like Rico. You're not going to see the same burst with how slippery the field likely is. So I guess that makes more sense for Chuba to be able to earn these yards. It's possible I don't know what I'm talking about. I might be wrong there, but that's my guess. Both running backs are doing well, though. They're both being efficient, so get them both involved. That's what I say. A touchdown here would be nice. A win today would be one of the best wins in recent history going to the bye. Absolutely. This is huge. If we can pull this off, if we can just hold on for dear life, we'd be 7-6. We get the Saints coming off our bye week. We're going to get players back. It would be the most Panthers thing ever to lose to the Saints, but we already did that this year coming off a big win. We're not going to do it again. But look, if we come off our bye, if we hold on here, come off our bye, and beat the Saints, we'd be 8-6. Like, we could actually... It's not insane to think we could steal the division from Tampa. Oh, man, this team's ridiculous. Like, I do not understand this team. I don't get it. I'm just going along for the ride and hoping for the best. I'll say it again, because I've said it throughout the year, and I need to be held accountable if it somehow happens. If we make the playoffs and we host a playoff game, I will be at that game. Don't care. I will be there. Somehow, some way. Whoever we're playing. No matter how bad it's supposed to be. Look, I gotta be held accountable. I keep saying it. If we somehow win the division, I'll be there. The Rams only got -3 yards in the third quarter. The ties for the fewest by any team in any quarter this season. They only had 3 plays. And our offense was on the field for most of that quarter. For 13 minutes of the third quarter. That's perfect. We're keeping that explosive offense off the field. They've only punted once in this game. 2nd and 6 at the 25. Let's see what we do. I'd expect another run for Chuba. It looks like the Rams are kind of expecting the run. They got 6 players on the line there. And we're going to run anyway with Chuba. He's going to gain about 5 yards. We got a flag on the field, though. Hold the applause. Hold the applause. Sounds like a hold. Well, that's one of the things that would hurt us, because we're going to have to pass. Honestly, I know we're getting hyped up here. This is still a big drive. If we don't score a touchdown, it's only a 6-point lead. And the way their offense has moved for most of the game, I'm just saying, there's nothing guaranteed here. A touchdown versus a field goal here, it's a big difference. Big difference. We got to get it into the end zone here. 2nd and 16 now after the holding penalty. Ball at the 35, so we're on the edge of field goal range. Bryce, empty backfield. He's going to run up. He's going to get sacked. Why? Did you have to do that? 3rd and long coming up. That is the one thing you can't do there. In his defense, it did close around him fast, but you gotta get rid of that. You gotta have more awareness. Like, that's not completely on Bryce, but that's also a sack you cannot take in this situation. Ball to 39 now. 3rd and 19. Here we go. Pressure coming. He's moving up again. Moving out of the pocket. He is going to throw across the field. Out of bounds. Just way out of bounds. No one, and I mean no one, had a chance at that. Just a throwaway. I don't even want to kick the field goal here. In this weather, from this distance, like I would be in favor of punting here, quite possibly. I don't know if we want to line up to kick here. what would it be, 57 yards? We saw him miss badly a week ago from 57. It's not that I don't believe in him, but in these conditions... Excuse me, what are we doing with our offense on the field? Excuse me? Is Bryce going to kick it? Because it's 4th and 19 at the 39. What? Are we just trying to get him to jump? What are we... I don't know what's happening here. I don't think we're going for it. We're just trying to get him to jump. Thank goodness. We're just taking the penalty to back us up and more room to punt, I guess. Then no one on the Rams thought that we were going to go for that. The only people who thought we might go for that were Panthers fans who've been hurt by this team. So I was a little concerned that we were actually going to try something, but thankfully we're going to punt. Panthers coaching staff agrees with me that it's too risky to go for that kick. It's best to just play the field position game here. It absolutely hurts, though, to not get any points. The holding penalty stalled that drive, and then Bryce took a sack that he shouldn't take, but also, it was hard to avoid. So, after a great drive, it basically ended about as poorly as it could, outside of a turnover. 4th and 19, we are punting. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's hope they don't get good field position. Otherwise... Alright, looks like we are punting deep. It's going to be caught at the 11-yard line. Kiffin to LSU is now official. I would love to hear from LSU fans on that. I want to know how they feel about Kiffin burning Ole Miss, burning all the bridges there, leaving them up in flames, it sounds like. I want to hear from LSU fans. How do they honestly feel about that? And Ole Miss, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for Ole Miss. They don't deserve anything that is happening to them right now. And, man, I'm already not very fond of LSU. I don't have anything personal against them. I just don't love them. I will be very much rooting against them next year. I'll be rooting against LSU after all this. I'll be rooting against Lane Kiffin. I didn't mind the guy previously. In fact, I just thought he was a funny guy. I thought he was good for college football. But the way he's handled this transition to LSU is just... It's pretty gross. From all the things that I've heard about how he's gone down with Ole Miss, trying to take the coaching staff with him and saying if they don't come today, leave Ole Miss today, go with them to LSU. They're not coming at all. Sounds like he's trying to get some of the players to come too. It sounds like it's been pretty messy for the past couple of days, and I'm not a fan. Good for LSU, I guess. I don't really know what to expect there. What a mess. And I wonder what is going to happen with Ole Miss. I don't think the playoff committee is going to do anything to them because there's not going to be any data points with how that team looks without Lane Kiffin, without the coach there. So I don't think it's going to make a big difference. We'll see. We'll find out Tuesday night. I think Ole Miss is going to be fine. They promoted Pete Golding to head coach, not just an interim head coach. That's fascinating. Okay, well, it's good that they were quickly ready to pivot to that. I did hear they were trying to get John Summerall to come to them, but Florida outbid them, so I don't know how valid that is. The source I got that from might not be correct. I think it was a good source, though. Thanks for teaching me about the French River. Sure, hopefully it works out well for you. Hopefully it works. See, I've got Twitter open now because I gotta see reactions to all this. Let's see. I want to read his official statement. Lane Kiffin said, "After a lot of prayer and time spent with family, I made the difficult decision." Yeah, you've had your mind made up. I don't know if it was. I agree it was difficult, but I think his mind's been made up for a little bit at this point. He accepted the head coaching position at LSU. Ole Miss, he had a good thing going there. I'll keep reading that after this next play. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Let's see what they do. Stafford going to hand off to Corum. Corum is going to run. Oh my gosh, he got the first down and more. Please tackle him. Please tackle him. Okay, we get him to go out of bounds after a big yardage gain. ...34-yard gain on a 1st and 10 run. We are letting Blake Corum shred our defense today. Alright, ball at the 45 now. Our offense, either our defense has to get another turnover or a big stop here after the swinging momentum, or our offense is going to have to win us the game at the end. Corum with another run gets about 6 yards. This is their RB2 running all over us. I'm not going to hate on the defense, even if we lose, even if they cost us. We're playing extremely injured, missing 2 of our best players. It's not a surprise. Still sucks. Blake Corum up to 80 rushing yards, career high. Please fumble here. Gosh, that would be great. Working pretty good so far. That's good to hear. 2nd and 5. It's going to be another handoff. Kyron Williams back in the game, apparently. He busts off another good run inside Panthers territory across the 40. I thought Williams was questionable as of halftime. He hadn't played for a little bit, but he's back in the game now. So, not out. He's back on the field, affecting the game. This is ridiculous. If we could just have scored a touchdown on that last drive, man. That last drive was important. Ball at the 37. Stafford is going to keep it. He's going to throw. It's going to be no gain. Defense is all over that one. Pressure was coming. Had to get rid of it to Parkinson, who's not going to gain any yardage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The clock is still running. The clock is a big factor in this game. We have Nick Scorton a little slow to get up. That's not great. He's probably the best edge rusher that we have. I think the depth chart calls him a linebacker, but he's an edge rusher. Yeah, I'm going to read the Lane Kiffin statement after this drive, I think, because I do want to get into that. I'm seeing something I disagree with, or at least want to address, so I will talk about that. Ball at the 38, 2nd and 10. Stafford is throwing deep. Nacua, oh my gosh, did he catch that? Holy crap, what a grab. We can't even be mad at that, oh my gosh. One-hand catch by Puka Nacua. Mike Jackson in coverage, I thought it was decent coverage. Holy crap, wow. That is an insane catch. Kyron Williams just ran it in for a touchdown. I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned by that touchdown. Or that catch by Nacua. That's insane. What do you even do? You can't guard that. You cannot guard that catch. I'm telling you guys, that was insane. Just an absolutely filthy grab by Puka Nacua. Mike Jackson was doing a great job covering him, and whoever's been guarding Puka this whole game, they've kept him quiet. Filthy. That's catch of the year candidate. I genuinely, I don't know what more to say. I'm stunned. Rams just took the lead on a Kyron Williams touchdown run, 28-24. Mike Jack had his hand in there. His hand was there. Puka one hand caught that. Mike Jackson's hand was in there trying to affect that, and Puka still got it. I don't know how he caught that. That is insane. Just, wow. You can't even be mad. But it's not the defense's fault there. That's just an insane play by the offense. It's just insane by Puka Nacua. I don't know. Gee whiz. It's on the offense. It always was going to come down to the offense, either way. That last drive was killer. If we had scored in that last drive, we're feeling a lot better. The momentum has completely shifted. That's one of the most ridiculous catches I've seen. That never happens against us. I don't think I've ever seen a catch of the year candidate against us. It's been a while, at least. Yeah, we need clutch Bryce ASAP. Won't spoil anymore, it just seemed inevitable. Oh no, nothing was spoiled, don't worry. Don't worry. Somehow the chat's coming through. You guys are seeing it before me, but I'm not seeing the chat until after the plays, so it's... I guess we have some kind of chat delay here. Puka's on your fantasy team? Alright, you're pretty happy after that then. Yeah, that's pretty good. Amazing catches should earn extra points, not gonna lie. Yeah, I just gotta tip your hat to him. For real. Like, that's... Man. Alright, the Lane Kiffin statement, because I do wanna read this. So after a lot of prayer and time spent with family, I made the difficult decision to accept the head coaching position at LSU. Yep. I was hoping to complete a historic 6-season run with this year's team by leading Ole Miss through the playoffs, capitalizing on the team's incredible success and their commitment to finish strong, and investing everything into a playoff run with guardrails in place to protect the program in any areas of concern. My request to do so was denied by Keith Carter, the athletic director, despite the team also asking him to allow me to keep coaching them so they could better maintain their high-level performance. Unfortunately, that means Friday's Egg Bowl was my last game coaching the Rebels. So, the way it's being stated by him is he's the victim, basically. He wanted to finish the year with Ole Miss, and I think we all knew that. Anyone, at least closely watching the situation, I think knew that. That's what's been reported. He wanted to finish the year with Ole Miss. He wanted to coach Ole Miss while also leaving them for their rival LSU, which I think is crazy. Like, if I'm Ole Miss, I'm not keeping him. You want to do what's best for you to win. Obviously, Lane Kiffin is one of the best coaches out there, but I don't want him, and I don't think you love the chemistry in that locker room either. After that, there's going to be some tension if your head coach is leaving you, and some of those players are going to go with him too. By the way, I think that was a recipe for disaster, and I think Ole Miss is making the right choice, not letting him coach them in the playoffs. If he wants to leave, that's on him. He's out. So I'm okay with that decision. I think it's ridiculous for Lane to try to play victim. I think that's ridiculous. Lane is not the victim. He's the one getting paid an obscene amount of money to leave his current team that he's built up and said he's loyal to for a rival team. So, why would he want to leave in the first place? So Lane, in the past, he's been someone who loves attention. In the past, he's been someone who has sought after the attention of these high-level programs and wanted the attention of one of those programs, and he wants the opportunity to coach there. And he didn't get it in the past very much. I think he was at Tennessee for a little bit. I think he was at USC. Didn't do well at either place. He wanted another chance. LSU came calling. Florida came calling. He got what he wanted. And I get that. Because supposedly those are better jobs than Ole Miss. In this era of college football, I don't think those jobs are actually that much better. With the transfer portal, Ole Miss is doing great. Stuff run on 1st and 10, by the way, for Carolina. Yikes. I think he left for the money and the prestige and trying to build a legacy at one of those schools. I think that's what it is. If it were me, I would have stayed at Ole Miss because I think they were going to pay him a lot of money. They were going to make him one of the highest paid coaches just like LSU, but not as much money. I would have stayed. I would have cemented my legacy in Ole Miss, but he wants to go to LSU. Somehow it's not going to work out, I'm sure. I'm not sure, but that's my guess. Young is going to dump off to Rico. Makes a move. Gets the first down. Rico Dowdle. There we go. All right. I won't talk too much more about Lane Kiffin. Or I won't go out of my way to. Just that I disagree with it. I don't disagree with him leaving. I understand. I wouldn't have left personally, but I understand why he's doing it. But the way he handled it was really, really bad. So, that's my stance on it. And now we will fully shift back to the Panthers game. Rico Dowdle, 78 total yards on 18 touches. Good stuff. Ball at the 49 now. 8.5 minutes. We got to get points in this possession or just give the ball back and get a stop immediately. Hand off to Rico. Only gains about 2 yards. Well, we're into Rams territory at least. Of note around the NFL, by the way, the Niners are beating down on the Browns right now. Jags are blowing out the Titans. Or rather, the Titans are getting blown out. It's probably more fault of the Titans than the Jags. Who's to say, though? Falcons lead the Jets. Honestly, they were my eliminator pick this week because the Jets are that bad, and that might cost me. We'll see. Dolphins lead the Saints. Great. Texans got the lead. Great. Love it. The Bucks are only up 7 and Arizona's the ball. That's good. Panthers, ETN in the game. gets a catch and gains about 4 yards. So we're looking at 3rd and 4 coming up. We don't see ETN in the game a whole lot. Okay, keeping a close eye on the Tampa game. That matters for us. Chuba Hubbard back in the game. Here we go. Third and 4. Exactly 4 yards. Here we go, guys. Here we go. It's going to be a handoff. On the ground, it's only going to go 2 yards for Chuba. We're playing 4-down territory. We must be. I don't know why else we're running on 3rd and 4 when it was pretty expected. Their defense looked very ready for it, and we're immediately still on the field going for it. 2 for 2 today in 4th down conversions. This is the big one. This is a big one. Coker in motion. Bryce is going to throw. He's throwing deep. McMillan's wide open! McMillan touchdown! Let's go! Panthers retake the lead! Holy crap! What a play! Ted McMillan beats his man wide open. Our 2nd touchdown of the day on a 4th down attempt. Unbelievable! Let's freaking go! 30, 28. 6.5 minutes left in this game. Clock is an absolute factor here. But we have the lead with 6.5 minutes against the best team in the league. Great play by the offense. Fantastic protection. Perfect dime by Bryce Young. Great route by Ted McMillan. Holy crap. We're in position to win this game. One more stop on defense, please. Please, please, please. What a play. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got Bama Bryce today for real. This is what we need to see every week. We need to be taking these deep shots. I don't love that we've only taken them on 4th downs. I mean, I think both of our deep shots have been on 4th downs, right? To Jalen Coker and to Ted McMillan. I'd like to see that more before 4th down, but also I love the play calling with all the runs. We've been run heavy today, and Bryce Young, let me check his stat line, because that is going to be a big boost. I think he's near 200 yards. Yeah, 14 out of 19, 3 passing touchdowns for Bryce. We don't see that a lot. 196 yards. And he's doing this in a game where we're just leaning on the run. So we're having an average Bryce Young game, minus the turnovers and mass incompletions. This is one of his best games this year. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. I said earlier in the game, I think I may have said it at halftime. I don't remember when exactly I said it, I'm not going to lie. But I know I said it at one point. If Bryce wants to show us he's the guy, if we want to have some more faith in him going into next year, because very likely he's going to be the guy next year, he needed to help us out here. He needs to step up and make plays, and he's doing it. He is doing it. Alright. No matter what happens, and yeah, if we lose, I'm going to be hurt. It's going to be depressing, as always. That's how it works. But we got to feel good overall. We're taking it to the best team in the league right now without 2 of our best players on defense. I'm going to go ahead and say it. If we have J.C. Horn and Trayvon Morrig in this game, we win. We win. I don't know what's going to happen, but with those guys, I think we win. Just a great performance today. When this team's at its best, we can beat anyone. And that's not crazy to say anymore. Some people might think it's crazy to say, but this would be our 2nd huge win this year. We need the defense to pick up the crutches and get a big stop here. Absolutely. Final verdict on Bryce, even though ups and downs. Another year, but sign a better veteran quarterback. I would currently agree with that. We'll wait and see how the remainder of the season goes, of course. But right now, I would say that's my verdict. If there was an obvious option in the offseason, then I'd say go for that. But there's not. Unless Joe Burrow requests a trade, in which case I'd be okay with pursuing that. If that doesn't happen, though, I don't think there's a good option to go with. Do not try to sell me on Kyler Murray. Anyone listening, no. No, I'm good. He can go to the Jets. I don't want Kyler. We've been linked to Kyler, though, for some reason. I don't know why. Makes very little sense, and I do mean little sense, because he's a short guy. Am I allowed to say that? Because I'm short, too. Kyler's actually taller than me. Alright, we got kickoff here. We got 31 points here. Love to see it. They're going to return it across the 20. Met at the 26. He's going to go down around the 28. T-Mac, my rookie of the year. What a guy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely rookie of the year. I think his main competition is going to be Jackson Dart if he plays enough games, which is very much in question. Keeping an eye on the Tampa game, they've got a 20-10 lead. I think they're probably going to end up winning. But we will continue to keep an eye on it just in case. It'd be shocking if Arizona, of all teams, made a comeback. They're the team that blows it, not the other way around. Yeah, let's check the stats here. I want to see what T-Mac's up to, because we're watching for him to get 1,000 yards on the year. I don't know the last time we had a rookie receiver break 1,000 yards. It's rare we have any receivers break 1,000 yards, it feels like. Oh, that was his only catch so far. That's kind of surprising. And it's been a run-heavy approach, but still. He's got 43 yards. Alright, here we go. Rams. Stafford, short throw to Puka Nacua. He's going to gain about 6 yards. Just a sort of a swing pass there. Watch the clock here. The clock matters a ton. If we give up a score, we need to have some time left, especially if it's a touchdown. Down to 6 minutes now. We'll see how quickly they snap it. If I'm the Rams, I'm going to milk the clock. We'll see how they approach it, though. Second and 4 now. Here we go. Huge stop here from the defense. Absolutely. A turnover would be great. Let's get the third one. Stafford, play action, looking to throw. Wide open. First down for 84. Gonna go down around the 46. Again, whatever happens, I'm not blaming the defense. I'm not going to blame the defense. Obviously, it would suck. But they're doing better than we expected today. So, I'm just going to... If we lose and the defense gives up over 30 points, I'm just going to say it is what it is. It's nothing short of expectations. They've done better than we could have hoped for overall. If they can get a stop here, it'd be one of the greatest things we could see here. Because, gee whiz, man. It's crazy it's even close. Stafford, looking to throw deep. He throws short, though. No one is open, I guess. Puka Nacua with a rare drop. Puka with one of the best catches you've seen all year with a drop here. All right. Second and 10, and the clock stops at 5:02. Before this game, if you said we'd be up 31-28 in the fourth, yeah, right? Right? If you said that, I would have thought... Well, I wouldn't have thought you were crazy, because this is kind of like... As insane as it is, it's also very much like us to have a bad game one week and then completely flip the script for no reason despite all odds against us and two of our best players on defense out. It makes no sense, but here we are. It's Carolina Panthers football this year. We are what everyone thought the Falcons would be. Stafford throw into a wide open Devontae Adams for the first down around the 37-yard line of Carolina. Defense is not stepping up right now. 4:56 on the clock. The good news is, because of how many yards we're giving up already, if they score, we're going to get the ball back. And we know Bryce Young is clutch, so we have that going for us. We still have life even if we give up a score. That's the good news. The bad news is, it looks likely we're giving up a score, but let's hold out hope. Let's try to have faith here. Let's believe in this team. They made some great plays in this game. We're just asking for another one. First and 10, they got it at the 39. I thought he was 2 yards further up. 39-yard line. Stafford looking to throw across the field. Way overthrown. Way overthrown. Looking for 88, who had some room. If he throws it accurately, it's an easy catch, it looked like. Second and 10. The clock will stop at 4:51. All right. Oh, man. I'm shocked that Stafford's having an off day against us. In my predictions... I said we need him to have an off day and probably turn it over for us to be able to be in this game. I'm surprised a little bit that it's happened like this. It's obviously what we hoped for, just kind of crazy. Of all the teams he'd have an off day against, it's going to be us with two of our best players out. It's a running back draw, going to go for about 4 yards. Kyron Williams there. So 3rd and 6 coming up if we hold them to a field goal. If we can hold them to a field goal, please. Get the stop here. Down to 4.5 minutes. Clock's still running. See how much time they kill here before the next snap. Big play here, you guys. Big play here. Big play. At the 35-yard line. Empty backfield. Got all those receivers out there spread out. Running back joins him in the backfield now. Takes a snap. Stafford throws. It's going to be caught by Nacua. And he's still going. Down around the 20-yard line. It was good coverage by Nick Scott, I thought. Decent coverage, not the best. Should have made that tackle to get him down. That's egregious. He should have been able to make that tackle, but great play by Puka Nacua, of course. I mean, that's just a great grab. Nick Scott got his hand in there at the end. Just a little too late, and then couldn't make the tackle. Ball at the 22-yard line now. 4:02 on the clock. Stafford going to hand it off. He's going to gain about 4 yards there. Hard hit by Lathan Ransom. He's having a pretty good day. Rookie safety out of Ohio State. 5th round pick. Really glad to see him getting more touches here. Stressful, man. See, Arizona's about to score, so that's a good sign. Hopefully they can make something happen there. Against Tampa. 2nd and 6, here we go. Come on, defense. We're asking a lot from you today, but we need it. Please, 2nd and 6. Player in motion. Stafford under center takes the handoff to the running back, who is going to gain 1 yard. Another big 3rd down coming up. They are killing a lot of time. Might be for the best. We still have time left if we get the ball back, but it's not going to be too much time. It won't be to the point where we could score fast and they get the ball back. If they score, it's going to come down to our next possession. That will be the game. It'll be Bryce Young with 2 minutes left, which is exactly what Panthers fans want, because Bryce Young, for some reason, becomes Tom Brady with 2 minutes left. 2:45 on the clock and counting down. 3rd and 5, Puka Nacua back on the field now. I would guess that they're going for him or Devontae. Here we go. Okay, delay of game, or they called a timeout. Because the play clock winded down. They called delay of game. Let's go. Let's go. That helps us out a ton. Looks like they didn't get the timeout off in time. This just makes it worse if we give up the touchdown, but for now, that's a critical penalty. That is the first penalty of the game, which is insane. Absolutely insane that they took this long to get a penalty called on them. I'm not saying that they deserved a penalty prior. I actually don't think I've seen anything where I thought, yeah, that should have been a penalty. So, great to finally get a call. Great to have them commit a penalty. It is 3rd and 10 from the 22. Here we go. Stafford dropping back to pass. Pressure is coming. He's going to lose the ball. He lost the ball. We got it. We got the ball. Let's go. Let's go. Defense, what the heck? What is happening? We got a 3rd turnover. Huge swing in the game. 2:25 on the clock. Flag on the play, though. We got a flag on the play. Hold up. Oh, my gosh. Please be on them. Oh, my gosh. That is insane. We just gotta hold on for dear life now. We gotta hold on for dear life. Holy crap. That is a huge play by the defense. Look, our defense has been shredded. We are bruised and we are battered. But we got 3 turnovers today. We got a commercial break now, so I don't know what that flag is gonna be. We will wait. Maybe they picked it up. I don't know. But we've got the ball. 2:25 on the clock. The game is not over yet, you guys. It is not over yet because we still have the 2-minute warning. The Rams still have 2 of their timeouts. Man, no, that delay of game penalty was killer. We brought pressure. Stafford, it looked like we were going to get the sack. He drops the ball. Got to knock loose. We are in firm control, and it is going to hurt so much if we blow it. But for now, it's looking good. We are going to have good field position, too. We went down at our 45-yard line. So even if they get a 3 and out, they're going to have 2 minutes left and bad field position, ideally. That is our worst-case scenario right now. Or realistic worst-case scenario, I should say. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. Hold on for dear life. My gosh, this team. You gotta love this team. Sometimes you love how much, or you hate how much you love them. But, yeah, it was Derek Brown on the strip sack. I was looking up on Twitter to confirm that, and I see you're saying it. Derek freaking Brown. Derek Brown also batted, or tipped the pass earlier that resulted in Matthew Stafford's first interception of the game. He got the strip sack on Matthew Stafford on third down. DJ Wadham was the guy who scooped it up, which he's not done anything all year, so good to see him making a play. We had an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Carolina bench, so we will have the ball at our 34 instead of the 44. All right, welcome in, Xander. How you doing? We got that fumble. Derek Brown, look, if he played for a bigger market team with the year he's having, one, he's a lock for a Pro Bowl, and he should be already. Two, he should be an all-pro defensive tackle this year. Three, if not for Myles Garrett, I'd have him high up in the Defensive Player of the Year candidates. It's going to go to Myles Garrett when he breaks the sack record, but Derek Brown has been a monster this year. We are so glad to have him. So glad to have him. Both of our teams might win today. That would be awesome. Let's hope so. You got the lead still. Yeah, this is a roller coaster of a team. It's the most Carolina Panthers thing ever this season. I said a few minutes ago, we are this year what everyone thought the Falcons were going to be, which is, or what they were early in the year. Just an inconsistent back and forth team. They can beat anyone, they can lose to anyone. That's actually us, not them. Yeah, Derek Brown would be Defensive Player of the Year if he was on a Super Bowl contender. I agree. He also should be Comeback Player of the Year contender. I don't think he should win it because Christian McCaffrey exists and he's being ridiculous this year. But the fact that he's barely even been mentioned for it is insane. Like, Derek Brown is elite. He's caused 2 turnovers in this game. Jeez. And this is a Rams offense that doesn't turn it over a whole lot. Oh my gosh, we gotta hold on for dear life. Hold on for dear life. Man, run that dang ball now. Absolutely. We've been running it all day. We just gotta stick to it. Get another first down. That'd be great. They got 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. It is far from over, you guys, but we gotta hold on. I believe in this team. I hope that they return that belief with a win. Alright, here we go. First attempt at the 34. It's going to be a handoff. Rico Dowdle gains about 4 yards there. There we go. Hold on for dear life, you guys. Hold on for dear life. They use that second timeout here. 2:20 on the clock. Guys, if we win this game, we're going to jump back onto the playoff propaganda. We're going to do it. Hesitantly, we're going to do it. Let's keep an eye on the Tampa game, too. It looked like Arizona was going to score. If they could do us a huge favor and win, that'd be great. Let me check the score there. They did score a touchdown. Arizona is down 3 right now. They're still alive. If they could win that game, if they win and we win, we lead the division for the first time in forever. No one thought that that was a real possibility coming into the week. But here we are. Let's see here. Alright, nothing new there. 2nd and 6 now, 2:21 on the clock. They add a second back. Here we go. Hand it off again. Just hand it off. Get to Rico. Rico gets the carry. Rams defense all over it. Only gains 1 yard. We'll see if they use that last time out here. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Alrighty. They use that final timeout. If we hand it off here, it'll take it down to the 2-minute warning. And I don't know, Panthers fans, what do you think? Should we hand it off again and just hope for the best, or should we try to get the first down and close out this game? If it's a good play call, I wouldn't mind being gutsy here and trying to get the first down. But it's got to be a safe play, and it has to be a guaranteed you catch the ball so that if you go down, so that if you get stopped, you go down and bounce, and the clock keeps running. Because it needs to go down to the 2-minute warning. We can't afford, you pass the ball and it's dropped. We cannot do that. That's what I would do. I would be trying to pick up the first down and close this game out. If we hand it off, though, I understand. Here we go. 2:17 on the clock. Big play here, you guys. Big play here. And I'll reply to the chat in just a second. I don't know if I'm missing anything or not. Give me just a second. Big play, you guys. 3rd and 5. Chuba in the backfield. Bryce, we're going to pass. He throws. It's caught. Let's go. Let's go, Jalen Coker. Gets the catch and the first down. Carolina's got this game, you guys. We got this game. We're going to win. We are going to beat the best team in the league. Oh, my gosh. Jalen Coker with the catch for the first down. Great throw by Bryce Young. We got guts, man. Dave Canales was not conservative here. Great play calling. Great throw. Great catch. 31-28 is the score at the 2-minute warning. No timeouts for LA. We can run the clock out. Your Carolina Panthers, ladies and gentlemen, are going to win the football game. Unbelievable performance today. Unbelievable. Now we're going to be watching this game closely. Watching the game closely here for Tampa and Arizona. Pulling hard for Arizona. I'm guessing Tampa's going to hold on, but we can hope. Hello, Grant. Welcome on in. How you doing? I'll reply to your text later, by the way. I read them. I just haven't replied because, yeah. I'm not great at multitasking when watching a football game. Is that ball game? Yeah, it should be ball game unless we do something absolutely stupid. We should be able to go victory formation and kneel it down. 1st and 10, 2 minutes left, no timeouts for LA. Just kneel it down. 3 kneel downs and it's over. The miracle happens. Panthers will win. It's looking that way. Welcome in, Steve. How you doing? Man. Congrats to your Cowboys on the big win over the Chiefs, Steve. Gotta be feeling pretty good. Dallas is very much alive. And also, again, Steve, I think we've discussed it before. Carolina's not a threat to Dallas's path to the playoffs. We're not getting in as a wild card team, most likely. We got to win the division. Congrats on the huge win. Thank you, Daniel. Hopefully we hold on. Hopefully you guys hold on, too. Did you guys go up 7? I haven't checked yet. I saw you were in field goal range, but I haven't seen... Oh, gosh, you didn't. And the swing game. I love how picking the Panthers has actually worked more often than not for me this year. That has never been the case before. Bucks up 2017, but 3rd and 10. Yeah, big third down in the Tampa game. I'm watching on ESPN here. Not watching the game, just watching the play-by-play. Arizona, please do us a huge favor here. Do us a huge favor. Cowboys and Panthers. Hey, I'm cool with the Cowboys. I'm cool with them. I got family who root for Dallas. My dad and my grandpa are both Dallas fans. And I don't know any Dallas fans who are just annoying, like a lot of them on the internet. So I have no beef with Dallas. I also said preseason they'd be in the playoffs, so selfishly I do hope they end up in the playoffs for that reason. 4th and 5 for Tampa. Let's go. Okay, assuming that this game ends soon, which it should in 3 plays, in 2 minutes, I'll switch over to that game and we'll react to the end of that one. I will feel very good after the Detroit game if we win. Oh, if you beat the Lions, you should be able to go to the playoffs. With the schedule you have after the Lions game, you guys are looking good. Even if you lose to the Lions, you still have a chance, but you'd have to win out. Victory formation, the first kneel down is successful. There we go. You guys, we're actually going to beat the Rams. The current best team in the league, the one team that we could really trust before now, is going to lose to Carolina minus J.C. Horn. Okay, critical to point this out. We are playing without J.C. Horn today. We're playing without Trayvon Moehrig, our best safety. Our 2 best players in the secondary are out in this game. But our defense bruised, battered, beaten, injured to death. Nearly. 3 pivotal turnovers in this game. They made plays when they had to. They did what they had to do when it mattered most. Second kneel down is good. That'll take it down to 40 seconds. 1 more kneel down and we clinch the win. Oh man, what a day. I didn't feel good about this game all week. When I saw that it was going to be rainy in Charlotte, I did feel a lot better about it because that meant that we were going to have to run the ball. And Canales did that. We ran the ball a ton in this game. I still didn't think it was a good matchup. Our defense, the only way we were going to pull this off was with turnovers. I believe that's what I said in our predictions video this week. Daniel was there for that, so he can confirm or deny. I said that was going to have to happen, and somehow it did. We got 3 Stafford turnovers. It's crazy. Victory formation, final kneel down. There it is, you guys. There it is. The Carolina Panthers knock off the 9-2 Rams to improve to 7-6 on the year. We get the Saints in 2 weeks coming off our bye week. Our most wins in a season since 2022. I feel like teams underestimate y'all for some reason. Maybe. I don't know. I don't understand us, honestly. We make no sense. We are the first team in the NFC South to make 7 wins. We are going to switch over to the Tampa game now, because if they lose, we are temporarily leading the division, which would be huge. Even if we don't win it, it's amazing to even be leading the division, because it's been so long. So let me switch over to the Tampa game for a minute. They're down to 2 minutes left. Arizona's going to have a chance. And we are just hoping and praying that they can pull off the upset and gift us first place in the NFC South here. Panthers fans, let's go. We are happy. Even if Tampa wins today, we're feeling good. How about them Panthers? Let's go. I'm just stunned. Puka Nacua had arguably the catch of the year in this game too, and we still pulled it off. Like, we had that huge momentum swing after that Puka catch and then the touchdown run. It felt like, oh, the Rams have all the momentum. Gutsy fourth down conversion call by Dave Canales to get the touchdown to Ted McMillan. Gutsy to go for the first down. We got a big punt by Tampa. Arizona's going to have their work cut out for them. Going to have the ball at their 9-yard line. 1:49 and 1 timeout for Arizona. Okay. So Arizona's down 3 points right now. It's 20-17. If they get a touchdown on this drive, somehow they win. Field goal takes it to overtime, so we are going to watch this closely and see what happens. Most confusing team ever. I agree. You never know what you're going to get with this team week to week. Like, we could lose to the Saints in 2 weeks and get swept by them, and it would not surprise me, because that would just be what we do. So, you know, what's crazy, too, is despite this win, it's possible we still are going to have to sweep Tampa to win the division. It might come down to that. We'll see. Alright, on to Cardinals, Buccaneers. Cardinals have the ball at their 9-yard line, 17-20. Jacoby Brissett gets the ball out just in time before taking a safety in the end zone. Good grief. It's going to be a 3-yard gain, but still. Keep pounding, yes sir. I expected something from Cleveland against San Francisco, but yeah, they're just a disappointment. Yeah. I told Daniel pregame, because I saw the weather conditions there, I wondered if I should have picked the Browns, but I'm glad that I did not fully think that, because, yeah, that was rough. We'll see what the narrative about Shador is this week. Oh, good play by Arizona. They're going to be 2 yards short of the first down, but still a good effort. All right. Look, I'm guessing Tampa's going to win the game, but we are going to watch just in case, because it would be huge for us. Either way, we're feeling good. This is good. Like, it's a successful year. The goal was 7 wins for me personally coming in, so I feel good. Brissett is going to dirt it on 3rd and 2. 4th and 2 coming up. It's going to be the game here. Alrighty. Yeah, the Niners are going to win. The Jags are going to win. Looks like Houston. Oh, gosh. Oh, hopefully they hold on. The Dolphins are likely going to win against the Saints. Falcons are playing a close game against the Jets. That's just sad to even be saying that. I mean, I'm happy, but that's sad. That's how Chargers fans feel also. Fair. Alright, oh, it's incomplete! Arizona couldn't come through. Alright. Yeah, that would have helped us a ton. That would have helped us a ton, but Tampa is going to win, so we're going to be a half game back still. And they have the better divisional record, so yeah, despite the big win today, we probably still have to sweep them to win the division. Going to be a tall order. We haven't beaten Tampa since 2022, but we're beating teams like the Packers and Rams, so it is very possible. We have life. We're going to switch over to the Colts-Texans game here, though, because for Daniel's sake, we're going to hope that Houston's defense steps up and gets a big stop. Alrighty. Houston leads their game against the Colts 20-16. For anyone who wants the Chiefs to make the playoffs, you should be rooting for Houston here. And then Houston next week playing the Chiefs, so that's pivotal. Big game here. I am in between family functions. Very fun in the midst of game. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Is your family watching the game too? Indy's got the ball at the 31 and 3rd and 9. Houston can get a stop here. Come on, Houston. Bring in pressure. Oh, they left a guy open, though. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped the ball. Are they going to call that a fumble? If they call it a fumble, Houston just won. They called it incomplete, though. Alright. Even still, that's 4th and 9 for the Colts. Dude, Josh Downs is wide open. He has the ball in his arms, and he just drops it. He slips a little bit on the field, and then the ball just pops out. That's crazy. What was that? Like, that's comically bad. That's a play that's going to get memed if Indy loses. It might get memed either way. Good grief. The missed extra point earlier, the announcers are saying that is pivotal. That's crazy. They got to go for it on 4th and 9. Big play here. It looks like someone called a timeout before the snap. Houston calls a timeout. They want to make sure their defense is set and ready to go. goodness. The NFL is just upside down. The first 5 results have arguably all been upsets. Oh. We have just given the number 1 seed in the NFC to the Bears. The Bears are the current number 1 seed in the NFC. What is the season? I'm happy for the Bears. I got nothing against them. We're all good. I think our fan bases are pretty chill now, which is really funny after all that went down because of the trade. We've just given them the 1 seed in the NFC. Not something you expected to say this week. Bucks won. I'm mad. Yeah, we're not pleased that the Bucks won. Ultimately, though, we probably have to sweep them either way, so it's not the end of the world. It's fine. I wish Arizona had come through for us, but it was never likely. It's Arizona. Come on. Can't trust them. Hopefully, we'll have to root for the Falcons next week, and then the Saints after that. Okay, 4th and 9 attempt for Indy is no good. No flags. Houston should be able to hold on here. They do still have 3 timeouts. That is true. They've got 3 timeouts, so it's not over. Bucky being back is huge, or, playing Arizona is huge. Yeah. But good for you. Good for you. The Bucks are clutch. I think it's really more so that Arizona's not clutch. The Bucks had a big lead and almost blew it. I'm sorry. Tampa don't scare me, man. I don't like that we would probably have to sweep them to make the playoffs, but I'm happy that we even have a chance. The division very well may come down to Week 18. And that's outstanding. We should be happy for that. This was a successful season in Carolina. I don't know what the future holds. I think this team has a ton of talent. If we can beat the Packers and Rams, who are 2 of the top teams in the NFC, obviously, we can beat anyone at that point. Everyone agreed the Rams were the best team in the league coming in. We just beat them without J.C. Horn and Trayvon Moehrig. 2 best players in that secondary. Crazy stuff, man. I'm a Panthers homer, and I picked us to win this week, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I did not have a ton of hope. This was a game I worried about all season. It felt like a bad matchup, but Stafford with 3 turnovers, that'll do. That'll do. We will take it. We are not going to be the team that starts off 6-7. We're not going to be that team. That can be somebody else. I think we would have been the first 6-7 team in the league this year. And then we would have had to hear about it a lot because that's a funny statement at this point in time for some reason. Yeah, it's not going to be us. No one is 6-7 right now. Let's see. I don't know who could be 6-7. I don't really care that much, but I'm glad it's not going to be us. The Cardinals officially eliminated from playoff contention. I mean, they basically been eliminated for a month or 2, so. But it's official now. Tough stuff for Arizona. They've had a long season, man. We will stay on until the end of the Colts game, by the way, for anyone listening, and then we'll probably wrap it up. We'll be live again for Sunday Night Football. We'll do our reactions to the games. Daniel, my co-host, will be joining me, so we'll do our reactions to the week, and then we will do commentary for probably a quarter of Sunday Night Football, because I'm guessing the game's going to be over by the end of the first quarter. We'll continue the stream through then, but it'll be like previous Sunday games where we just don't care because it's a bad game. NFL absolutely should have flexed that one out. Your last games will be Bucks, Seattle Bucks. I've never seen a hard... Yeah, of course you have to beat New Orleans. I mean, come on, you will not lose twice to them, right? You would think... I could see it because it's us, but you would think we won't lose to them. Houston gains about a yard or 2 on a first down run. Indy's going to burn that first time out. Yeah, I think we'll beat New Orleans, and then those last 3 games are going to decide everything. I don't know what's going to happen. It's hard to predict. I've maintained my stance that we're going to beat Tampa at least once, so I do think we're going to get to 9-8 this year. I don't know if we're going to win the division, though. I think we have to sweep Tampa, and it's going to be a Week 18 game at Tampa. That's tough. I'm going to pick us to win no matter what, but it's probably going to come down to that. We need Atlanta to help us out when they play Tampa, I think next week or in 2 weeks. We need New Orleans to help us out. Who else does Tampa play? They play Miami in Week 17. That's a rare December game where you might feel okay about Miami because it's going to be warmer weather that they're used to in Tampa. So maybe they got a shot. Is Miami going to win today? Oh, look at this. The Saints. The Saints scored a touchdown and went for 2 to tie it up. And Tyler Shough got intercepted and it was ran back by Minkah Fitzpatrick for 2 points for Miami. Ha! Saints lose. Well, not officially, but that should do it. Houston run is going to go. Oh! Oh! I think he got the first down. Oh, that might be the game. Sheriff Woody Marks might have just won Houston this game. Oh my gosh, Daniel. I think both of our teams might be escaping the week with a win over one of the best teams in the league. Who would have thought? Look at us. Crazy stuff. Will this be the year where no one is 6-7? I hope so. Watch for Miami. They're going to win today, and then next week we can get to 6-7. What was I doing? I was looking up Tampa's schedule. So Tampa's 7-5. They play the Saints next week. They could do us a huge favor and find a way to lose at home to the Saints. No. No. Not happening. And then they will play the Falcons on Thursday Night Football, short week. Maybe Atlanta could pull the upset. Probably not. I'd be pretty surprised. It's at Tampa. So very, very likely Tampa's going to be 9-5 and going into that first game against Carolina. Say that we win that game and say we also beat New Orleans in 2 weeks. So say hypothetically that happens. We would both be 9-6 after that. We would then play Seattle, where we're going to be underdogs. Say we lose that game, we'll be 9-7. Tampa plays Miami. Say they win that at I think at home. No, it's on the road. Sorry. Say they beat Miami. They'll be at 10 wins. So we would be 9-7. They'd be 10-6, and we'd play in Week 18 with the division on the line at Tampa. That's why I'm saying I think it comes down to that Week 18 game. Even if they lose another one before that, I'm not sure we win the tiebreak over them. So, look, we'll see. We'll see, but I still think, despite today's win, we still are going to have to sweep Tampa. So, did you have thoughts on Lane Kiffin to LSU? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I spent a couple of minutes talking about that in between plays earlier. Not in between plays, in between series. To sum it up, I understand why he left for a better job, in my personal opinion. I don't think LSU is that much better of a job than Ole Miss in this era of college football. I think if Lane stayed at Ole Miss, at some point, he might have broken through and won a championship. I don't know if he's going to do that in LSU with all the hate he's going to be getting now. Yeah. I understand why he did it. I hate how he did it. I hate the approach. He burned all the bridges, and it sounds like he's going to be bringing his offensive staff with him, and it sounds like he's probably going to bring some players with him, which I don't know how that's going to affect Ole Miss, but if my team's in the playoffs, which my team's in the playoffs, that's a team that I suddenly would be happier to face than others, because that's a team without a coach. So, yeah, I understand the move. Personally, I wouldn't have done it. I would have stayed at Ole Miss and cemented my legacy there. I understand the move. I just don't like how it's done, and I will be rooting against Lane Kiffin and LSU for that reason. I don't like what went down. I don't like how messy the situation reportedly got over the past couple of days. Shameful, honestly. So, that's my stance on it. I don't know what most people are saying about it at the moment. That's just where I stand. Alright, Houston just has to take like 5 seconds here, and then the game ends because Indy has no more timeouts on 3rd and 4. I honestly just run backwards for a little bit and then go down. Okay, I mean that works too. The play clock and the play clock and the clock are both lined up here. Shoot, what is the term for that? The game clock, I guess. Yeah. All right, you guys beat the Colts at Indy. You're 7-5. They're 8-4. The Colts are kind of skidding right now. They're reeling. Houston win the division? It could happen. Daniel, are you ready for both of our teams to end up with the 4 seeds in our conferences and meet in the Super Bowl? Are you ready for this? Yeah, it's about to happen, buddy. It's about to happen. The only way for the Panthers to win the division is to beat the Bucs twice. I don't see the Bucks losing to any of New Orleans, Atlanta, or Dolphins. Yep, I agree. I agree with that. That's my stance as well, Steve. It's going to come down to that Week 18 game, or if we lose in Week 16, that probably would do it too. We'll see. Patriots fans should be smiling everywhere. They got a 2-game cushion over Indianapolis for the race to the 1 seed. Patriots, man. Texans 3 seed, though? Probably, yeah. Given that no one seems to want to win the AFC North. Probably. Pittsburgh Steelers 2.0. Which team is that in reference to? The Colts? How they start strong and fall apart. You know, I held out on the Colts because they did have that. It was historically good offense, I think, for most of the year. Now it's looking like they're like last year's Minnesota, basically. Except last year's Minnesota actually lost 3 games instead of 4, which is what Indy's up to now. Yeah, back-to-back Texans and Dallas upset wins. Let's go. Let's go. Daniel, I agree with what you just put in our server, but can you also say it for Carolina? Is it a win-out situation for us? How important is that Seattle game? I don't think it's important. As long as we beat the Saints in 2 weeks, which we should, coming off our bye week and how bad that team looks, we should beat them. As long as we beat the Saints and then sweep the Bucks, we win. The only games that actually matter are the divisional games. If we win those 3, we get to 10-7 and have the tiebreaker over Tampa. So, as long as we don't drop either of the next 2 games, the Seattle game does not matter whatsoever. Not at all. In fact, we could win that game. We could win the next 3 games, go to 10-6, and then lose to Tampa in Week 18, and then miss the playoffs. That's a possibility too. So, like at that point, I would honestly wonder: do we even play our starters against Seattle? Like we would, but that's how little it might end up mattering. Because I don't think Tampa's going to drop any games outside of the games against us, hypothetically speaking. They get Atlanta, New Orleans, and Miami. It's hard to see. Tampa is firmly still in the driver's seat. It was always going to be a long shot, even if we won today. We're going to have to sweep Tampa. So, no, I don't think the Seattle game is going to matter. I don't think so. I'd love to beat them, though. That'd be a big win. It would be pretty crazy if we managed to get wins against the Rams, Packers, Seahawks, and Bucks and still miss the playoffs. Gotta say, that would be impressive. I wonder if we could get in at 10-7, though, as a wildcard team. I don't think so, with how stacked the conference is. I don't think so. I'll look into that more later, though, because we'll do fuller reactions on the stream later tonight. And I'm sure I'll do updated playoff predictions sometime this week. Asking us to sweep Tampa to win the division is a tall order. We haven't beaten them since 2022, but this is not a good Tampa team right now. They're fine. Decent. They're not scary, though. They're very beatable. If we can beat the Packers at Lambeau, if we can take our bruised and beaten defense and upset the Rams, we are fully capable of beating Tampa twice. It's going to come down to the end, hopefully. Last time we played Tampa in a position like this, Sam Darnold had a huge game, but we fell short. Yeah, I believe that was in 2022. I remember that game. Tom Brady, he got the win for the Bucks and took him to the playoffs. Yeah, I remember that game. That was sad. We're so close. Look, whatever happens down the stretch, I'm just glad we're even in the discussion. I'm glad that we're going to have a chance. I don't know what'll happen. I hope for the best. I'm gonna root for us the rest of the way, of course. Ride or die with this team, man. I'm just glad we're in it. Successful year for Carolina. We're gonna keep pounding all the way. That'll do it for the stream, though. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Wow, a lot of these games have ended a lot sooner than normal, I feel like. We still have a couple going on, but they're all over, except Jets-Falcons. Hold up, hang on. Let's watch the end of Jets-Falcons, actually. I was gonna end it, but if we can catch the Falcons losing to the Jets, that would be funny. It would hurt me personally because I was foolish enough to use the Falcons in my ESPN Eliminator, which I was proud to even be alive in that for this long, but I might be costing myself. Where is that game? If I can find that game, we will react to the end of that and then call it a day. Oh, there it is. Alright. The Jets have the ball with 27 seconds left at the Atlanta 48. Alright. Let's see if Atlanta actually finds a way to lose to the Jets. That'd be something. Yikes. Remember when Atlanta was supposed to be the face of the NFC according to all the experts after they beat Buffalo? Whoops. Oh, looks like they are at the 38 now. 2nd and 5 to Rod Taylor throws. It's going to be incomplete. Clock is going to stop at 17 seconds. Alrighty. This game doesn't even matter, honestly, but we're at least going to laugh at the Falcons if they lose to the Jets. It's our job. Well, Green Bay and Bears they'll face each other twice, and they have a difficult schedule in Detroit and San Francisco also. So miracles can happen, especially this season. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I've not once, I believe, projected the Niners to make the playoffs this year. Maybe early on, I don't know. Yeah, so I still think they're going to miss out. I don't know who's going to get in, though. I think the Bears are in. I think the Packers are in. Seattle and the Rams are both in. I don't know who wins that division after today. I don't know. Hang on, I'm watching the replay here. That's a nice catch by that Jets receiver. The announcers thought that hit the ground. That was cleanly in his arms. Good catch. Is that A.D. Mitchell with a clutch catch? No way. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. We are fans of A.D. Mitchell around here, or at least I am. He's a Georgia player, and I'm a Georgia fan, so I like to see him succeed. Hasn't done a whole lot of that this year, but good for him. Clutch catch. The Jets are about to beat the Falcons. That's funny. It's going to cost them a draft pick, or draft positioning, but I don't think their fans care. Going into the game, we were only number 2 scoring defense by like a fraction of a point to the Rams. That's a little surprising. Thank you for restoring things back in order. You are very welcome. I'm glad we could help. Because we scored a lot of points today. How did we do that? Atlanta, the most choking team I've ever seen. I will not be surprised if they lose here. It sounds like they are going to. Jets have the ball at the Falcons 33, and I think Atlanta just jumped off sides. So we'll see. It's either that or a false start. No timeouts for either team, by the way. Cowboys versus Lions is interesting next week. It's a false start, by the way. Dang. Which team would you prefer in that one? May not matter considering a wild card is going to be hard for us. I mean, with the schedules they have and the likelihood of a team choking, we want Dallas to win just from a Panthers fan's perspective. We want Dallas to win because Detroit, I think they end up going 10-7 if they lose to Dallas, at best. 10-7, because they still play the Rams, and I think the Rams are still the better team. And they're at home for that, so I think that'd be good for us. And if either of the teams is going to choke to someone they shouldn't later in the year, I'm sorry, Steve, it would be Dallas. Like, they're not like the Falcons, but yeah. I'm sure you know, as a Dallas fan, you've experienced the heartache. I'm not trying to poke fun at you. I would love to see Dallas in the playoffs, but if we are rooting for help to get into the wild card race, I think we want a Dallas win over the Lions. I might be wrong on that. I don't think we get in either way, though. I think I'll be rooting for Dallas anyway, because I got relatives who are Dallas fans, so. 2nd and 15 with 8 seconds here, by the way. Ball at the 38. Their kicker can make it from here. Tyrod Taylor's just going to throw this out of bounds. 5 seconds on the clock. Game-winning field goal attempt coming up. All right. Cannot imagine giving up 31. No, you can't. The Rams' defense actually didn't give up 31. To be fair, they gave up 24. The pick 6 is what added on. Love it. 56-yard attempt for the Jets kicker, Nick Folk. He missed from 55 in this game, apparently. 5 seconds. This is a game winner. We're all about to laugh at the Falcons if this goes through. The kick is up. Did that go through? It's good! The Falcons lose. The Falcons lose. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Bro, how do the Falcons keep doing this? Like, they have so much talent there. I don't care that Kirk Cousins is their quarterback. Like, they have too much talent to be 4-8 on the year. This is crazy. The Jets won, yeah, and my ESPN Eliminator Challenge just tanked because I was dumb enough to trust the Falcons in this one. I saw all the upsets on Thursday and Friday and thought, you know what? We're not going to see the Jets upset the Falcons. They're so bad. The Falcons are worse. And one victory lap I want to take, and I don't do this too often because I think it might be annoying to some people, but I am going to take a victory lap on being correct about the Falcons earlier this year. They beat the Bills by 10 points earlier in the year, and everyone in sports media was like, oh, Atlanta's so good. Oh, they might actually compete in the NFC South. Oh, they might be one of the best teams in the conference. Really now? Really? I never bought into that. I may have picked them a couple times after that, but I never bought in, man. I did not trust that team. I said that game said more about Buffalo than Atlanta. I think I was right. I've been wrong a lot this year. I've been wrong a lot just this week alone. But I will be glad to have been correct about Atlanta. So, just a victory lap I'd like to take there because it's a happy one. There we go. I can't believe the Falcons just... I can't believe they lost to the Jets. That's wild. And that's the last game of the early slate. Miami held on and beat the Saints. New Orleans lost. That's great. The Jets are not going to be drafting as high as they want to, I guess. They've won 3 games now. Saints and Titans are probably going to be picking top 2, it sounds like. Aaron Glenn turning a corner. They played a lot better ever since trading away Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, which makes absolutely no sense, but it's what's happening. So, yeah, credit Aaron Glenn. Maybe he's actually figuring things out there. It's not hard to beat the Bills. I watched my team get destroyed by them, so I can't really be one to speak on it. Granted, Andy Dalton gifted them 17 points in that game, so there's that. But, yeah. Alright, yeah. Oh, in the playoffs, yes, but regular season, I don't think that'll happen after what happened the last 2 weeks. I'm inclined to agree, honestly. Like, I've looked at Dallas' schedule. As of now, I'd probably say the Lions beat y'all, and then you win out after that. We'll see if that means playoffs or not. I would also be concerned about the game against the Giants if Jackson Dart plays in that. I assume he will. We'll see. I don't know if he's going to be healthy or not with how many hits he's taken this year. If Dart plays, though, like that's one I would be a little worried about personally. But also the Giants choke just about as much as anyone in the league right now. So there's that too. Again, I'll reiterate, though, I'll be rooting for Dallas to make the playoffs. I think that'd be great. I want Dallas in. I want Chicago in. Obviously, I want my Panthers in. We'll see what happens. Wow, we're playing relevant games this late into the year. It's great. It's a great time. Great time. I'm loving it. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream now, though, after all the early slate games have ended. Again, we'll be on in about 3.5 hours or so. Daniel, my co-host, will be joining me. We're both going to be really happy. Our team's got big wins today. We'll give our full reactions to all the results. I think Daniel's going to give his updated playoff projections, which will be very interesting after Houston's big win today. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. Really appreciate you all. And again, we'll be live again later. Panthers fans, keep pounding. It's a good day to be a Panthers fan. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it. I don't know what happens from here on out. Hard to guess. Really impossible to guess, but let's enjoy it. Keep pounding all the way. Thank you all so much. See you all later. Take care.